What up, y'all? Wednesday, September 20th, and I believe this is episode 18, if I'm not mistaken. It's crazy. I get excited to just keep building on top of stuff, you know? It's fun to me. Turn that heat down, man. Yeah, man. Hope everybody's doing good. It's already Wednesday. Man, it's already the 20th of the month of September. Like, it doesn't even make sense sometimes. But, yeah, man. Hope everyone's doing good. I know I'm doing good, man. And I don't mean to say that as like a brag or anything, but life's just been cool. Like, it's been fun. It's just been fun, man. You know, just being able to make memories with the family. I think I mentioned last time my wife surprised me with Gray Day tickets this year. And if you're familiar with that, it's like the Suicide Boys. It's pretty much all of the Suicide Boys like record labels, so G59. But it does entail like some of their friends too, like Ghostman. And yeah, man, it just was a good time. We went on Sunday, and the whole time was just fun, man. We didn't really know what to expect. We were a little nervous at first because I mean, let's face it, Suicide Boys, Ghostman, their fan bases are definitely passionate for sure. So we just didn't really know what to expect, but when we got there, man, it just felt good being there. Like it almost felt like we belonged, you know, and in a weird way, you know. And I'm sure, you know, to some people that might not make sense, but to me it does. It makes full sense, full, complete sense. When you passionately follow somebody in their career from like pretty much the start, and then just see how far they've came and how far they are now, it's just really super cool to see. This was my first time seeing the Suicide Boys live and Ghostman, but you know, I've always wanted to see them, always, and I just never. It stinks, but I never could find anyone to go with me anytime like the Suicide Boys were close to performing with us. And I just think it's because like they're a little bit different, and sometimes people don't like different. And so it was just really cool, man. My wife, she doesn't always do well at rap concerts just because of how rowdy they are, but she got us seats so we could actually chill, and not like mosh and all of that. But it was awesome, man. It was really cool, and you know, it just was a dream. It was a dream that I got to cross off my checklist, you know. And yeah, it was just awesome. And I'm just thankful that my wife did that for me. And see, now I have to top it though, because her birthday is coming up. It's next Wednesday or Thursday. It's on the 28th of September. So it's coming up, and now I have to top it. And I don't know. I will say though, we will be on vacation next week. We are going to Hilton Head, South Carolina. And if you know us, you know that place is kind of near and dear to us. It's where we spent our honeymoon. It's just where we like to go. And yeah, we're super excited. We actually drive down Saturday morning. So we got a couple more days of work, and then we're heading down. So super pumped about it, man. And I know she is too, because she gets to spend her birthday down there. So it's what's up. Yeah, man. been trying to finish up this album. We got one more song to go, and then we are through. We are completely finished. And it's weird because it doesn't even seem like it took us that long, which it really didn't. Emac and I were talking about that. You know, it seems like sometimes when you know something's telling you like you need to do this body of work, sometimes the universe just makes way for you to do it. And there's not much struggle involved. And when there's not too much struggle involved, it's almost like it's a blessing, because you're not trying to fight like all this outside noise. You're not trying to, I don't know, you're just not distracted. And so, yeah, man, it just is, it's awesome, man. I think I've been fighting with the idea of like maybe 15 or 16 songs. I think it's going to end up being 16. Because there's a few songs that I have released in the past that I want on this project because they mean a lot to me. So keep an eye out for that. Yeah, man, it's gonna be awesome. It's something that I'm really proud of. It's something that I got my family involved. I got all of my friends involved. At least all my music friends. And yeah, dude, it just gave us something to all be a part of. And that's one thing I love to do. I love bringing my friends together, my family together, and just kind of creating together. And, you know, to be able to do that is such a blessing. And it can be hard sometimes because people are busy. People have lives outside of your own, you know. So it can be tough. But it's just, this body of work is just something I'm really proud of, and I think my friends will be proud of it too, as they hear themselves on the song, but then hear like the full body of work too. So, yeah, man. Hope everyone else is doing good. I got a weird, like, sore throat thing going on today, so I'm just real mucusy for some reason. So if I'm, like, stopping, talking, and whatnot, that's why. Hey, man, it's not gonna be perfect all the time. And you gotta be okay with that. But yeah, dude, I just think it's the weather. The weather changes. It's cold in the mornings. It's warm in the evenings. It's actually been really nice. And yeah, spooky season, baby. Halloween's coming. Spooky season for my family starts in August. I don't know about your family, but yeah, we start early. We just love it, dude. I don't know. I guess because, like, a lot of our family was born in October, or have October birthdays, so we all just, it's kind of like a celebration, man. Like, every week is somebody's birthday. And this is pretty cool. We do a lot in October, too. We got a Halloween camp that we do with Madison's family. That's always a blast. The thing that we really like about that is, so, I mean, it's at a campsite, so we got campers and stuff, but they have like a Halloween decoration contest, and whoever's, I guess, plot of space or whatever looks the best, you know, you win. So we did win last year, of course. And but yeah, man, Maddie's mom and dad, they just do a really good job with Halloween and with setting up the campsite, and it just gives us something to look forward to. We are a little nervous though, because the baby is scared of Halloween decorations, of course. And so we're trying, man, but she's gonna have a tough time with the campsite, so we're trying to figure out what we're gonna do with that. Because obviously we don't want to scar her, but at the same time, you know, even though she's young, we gotta get them used to it, because she's a Halloween baby, October 18th. So, but yeah, man. What else do we have going on? My 30th birthday, baby. It's weird to even think about. You know, my buddy Rex, he's turning 30 tomorrow, actually. So I just joked with him. I was like, bro, that Tim McGraw song never hit us as hard as it's about to hit us. That was it, my next 30 years. It's just weird, man. It's weird to think about. Like, we've been on Earth for 30 years. Like, it doesn't make sense sometimes. Sometimes I feel like, damn, dude, like, I feel like I just got out of high school sometimes. Like, and I don't know. I mean, that's just, I don't know. Some people will probably be like, oh, that's because you haven't lived enough. Well, I don't know, dude. It's just weird. Like, time flies. I mean, it's hard to believe that my baby's about to be 2. And that's the biggest thing, man. When you see a kid growing right in front of your eyes, just every single day, just getting bigger and bigger and learning more, man, that's how you know time goes by fast. But it's not that I'm scared that time goes by so fast, but I don't like to think of it that way, you know? Like, sometimes, I know that scares people, man. And, you know, if I'm being honest, I guess it does me too. Like, just how fast time goes, but I don't really like to think of it that way, you know? Because I just feel like if you're constantly pondering, like, damn, dude, time is just flying. I feel like you're kind of just looking at the negative side of it, and not so much like, look at all this life that we're living. And when you're constantly worried about how fast time is going, I feel like it's kind of pulling you out of the now. It's not letting you live in the moment as much, because you're worried, man. You're just worried. And I don't like to live like that. I don't like to live worried. Because then, and I've caught myself in this type of situation, but when you're worried about how fast time is going, when you are doing something that you enjoy doing, like being with your family, I don't know, being on vacation, then you can't fully enjoy that moment because you're just worried about how fast time is going. And I know for a fact I'm going to have to remind myself that this upcoming week when we're on vacation. Like, bro, settle down, calm down, take a breath, and enjoy the moment. And don't get too caught up in how fast time is going, because you might just miss something that if you weren't worried, you would have caught. So, yeah, man, I don't like to think about how fast time is going. And it's not that I'm just trying to ignore the fact of it. It's because I want to live in the moment more and not worry all the time. And there's a lot of, you know, spiritual sayings and just things about, like, you know, just being in the moment, man, and not worrying. You know, I guess in the Bible they talk about, like, you should not fear, or you shall not fear, or worry. And, you know, I just feel like, what's the point? What's the point of worrying? Why do we worry? I mean, I get there's certain times when it's healthy to worry, but it's like, there's also times where we just worry ourselves to death, and it's like, it doesn't even make sense. We're just worrying just to worry sometimes. At least I do sometimes. And I gotta pull myself back, put myself right back in the moment. And it's easier said than done, for sure. Especially when you deal with, like, anxiety. But yeah, I was listening to yesterday, man. So I was listening to the Kanye interview on Joe Rogan, and I know it was back in like 2020, and it's funny, man, just some of the stuff he says. Of course, the guy, he thinks big, you know, and he's got a lot of ideas, but it's just funny to see how, like, some of his ideas haven't really aged all that well, I guess. But one thing that he did say, man, was you know, I live in the future, but I'm just visiting the now. And I don't know, that it did kind of register with me, because I feel like that's how I am. But sometimes I get too caught up with the future, and I end up getting anxiety about it. Like, I get too caught up in, you know, am I doing it right? Am I on the right path? Am I doing the right thing? Am I at where I'm supposed to be at? What else could I be doing? And I know those are all, like, natural questions, but sometimes I catch myself, like, over worrying about that stuff. But then, like, my buddy, yesterday I was talking to him, and we said something, and I can't remember exactly what I said, but he, you know, it was kind of, he just was like, yeah, man, I hope I'm I hope I'm in the right place, or something. I hope I'm living my life right, or I hope I have life figured out, is what he said. And I was like, bro, stop hoping, you already do. And I need to take my own advice on that. I think we get too caught up in trying to figure shit out all the time, man. And life is complicated. And sometimes we don't know all the answers. And I almost feel like that's part of the plan. We're not meant to know all the answers. We're meant to live and just create with what we got. And then the answers come to us piece by piece. I don't think they come to us, like, all at once. But you gotta figure shit out, man, as far as, like, what you can figure out, what you have control of. If you don't have control of it, there's no sense in trying to put that extra pressure on yourself and stress of just like, damn, I cannot figure this out. You just gotta make do with what you got, baby. That's it. And it's tough, man. Society puts that pressure on us of like, you gotta do this, you gotta figure this out, it's like, nah. Fuck what you have to say. Let me take a step back and figure my own shit out little by little. I don't need to have all the answers. And sometimes we just have to be okay with that, with not having all the answers. It's tough. But what's more tough is constantly worrying about shit that we just shouldn't even worry about, man. I just realized, how much worry goes into my albums and trying to finish up an album. And, is it gonna work? Am I gonna do this right? Is the track list gonna be good? Is the cover art gonna be good? Is the songs good? Did I do this song a certain way? Should I have done it this way? It's like, at the end of the day, when I release it, that feeling of release is just it's bliss, dude. It's just, I can't describe it. It's like a feeling of after it's almost like hitting the gym and busting your ass for a solid hour, then going and sitting in the sauna for 15 minutes, and then coming out, and that first bit of air that just touches your skin as you're walking back to your car from the gym. That's what it feels like when you release an album. And all the other worry and just excess drama and stress and anxiety that goes into it, it's just not even, it's not even worth it. But it teaches me that we have to be okay not having all the answers and just making do with what we got at that time. If we want to create more freedom, that's how we do it. That's how we do it, baby. Sorry to ramble on. You know me. That's all I ever know. I have fun, man. I have fun just sharing a moment with you, and I guess with myself almost. Because it's my biggest thing is I hope I don't come off as preachy, because I'm really just preaching to myself. I'm really just talking to myself. And I'm trying not to I don't want this to come off like I'm talking to you, and no offense to that, but I'm talking to myself. And hopefully you resonate with that. And it's weird to talk to ourselves sometimes, man. It's funny because I think about damn, I wonder if the car in front of me is just dude, who the hell are you talking to? But it's who cares, Who cares? We're just creating. We're just having fun. But yeah, man, hope everyone's doing good. I'll probably try to tap in with you probably here in the next few days or so. As we get closer to the album release date, I definitely want to tap in more, because I want to really I want to really dive into these songs and what they mean to me. And yeah, kind of maybe I'll designate whole episodes to each song. I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. But I hope everyone's doing good. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you for sharing a moment with me. You didn't have to, but the fact that you did, man, means a lot. So yeah, man, thank you. Stop worrying, man. Life is good. You got it figured out. You took what you had and what you have, and you're building from it. So keep that up. You're doing a great job. I love you. And yeah, man, thanks. Peace.